Welcome to Season 3 of Skillcast, the podcast by the London Organisation of Skills Development. I'm Nurbanu, I'm your host. I'm beyond excited to kick off another season of powerful insights, real conversations, and game-changing skills. This season, we're leveling up, bringing you deeper conversations with experts and visionaries who are redefining success. From mindset shifts to must-have skills, we're unpacking what it really takes to stay ahead in an ever-evolving world. So if you're ready to learn, grow, and be inspired, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Esther Jones Alley, and I'm a spiritual architect. I also do conscious living coaching, and right now I'm based out of Maryland.
What does it mean by spiritual architecture?
Well, what does an architect do? They design homes and buildings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I design human bodies to connect and hold the true essence of their spirit.
Wow, that's quite deep. How did you get started with that?
Well, it's been a long journey. At 23, I had a near-death experience, and it changed how I looked at the world. When I came through that, I saw life as extraordinary. You know, it was magical to me. It was mystical, but I couldn't articulate what I was feeling. It was like I'd never been in this world. You know, I looked at the sun. I knew intellectually what these things were, but I had never seen them. And that started my journey of studying every religion because I was trying to find something that would explain what had happened to me. So that's how I started. And it's been a journey ever since.
Do you like to call yourself a healer or?
No, I don't believe that. I believe that people can facilitate an environment for the body to heal itself. But I believe the body actually heals itself. And the healers hold the space for that to happen, create the environment and raise the frequency high enough in order for the body to do what it's meant to do.
When you said you went to learn about it, in what capacity? Did you do a particular course or what was it? How did that learning start?
No, when I said I wanted to learn what had happened to me, mm-hmm. And what it took me 10 years to find something that made sense. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be kind of esoterical, mm-hmm. But I found a book by an author called Ruth Montgomery. And it was, the name of the book is Strangers Among Us. And what it talks about is what is called walk-ins. So when a soul decides to leave this plane, there's a walk-in, another soul, a higher soul that may say, I'll finish out your purpose. But it's an agreement that happens. And so that's what I believe happened to me.
So do you believe in our body, when we die, our souls move forward into another space or another body? Like, what actually happens to the soul from your perspective?
Well, there's many things that could happen. So, I mean, the simple explanation, what I think you're talking about is reincarnation. Mm-hmm. And I believe that we live in a multiverse and we're living many lives at the same time. So I don't think it's one thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that we are all, there's one source, and we're all a part of that source. It's like if you have a loaf of bread and you take a piece off, that's still the bread. Or you put a cup in the ocean, that ocean is in the cup. That's what I believe we are. And so when you transition, I don't even believe in death because energy never dies and we are energy beings. Okay? Mm-hmm. And this is our avatar. Our bodies are like our avatar, mm-hmm. and our consciousness is projected into it, right? Mm-hmm. So that we can experience this world that we've created. Mm-hmm. And so I don't believe that, I think that once the soul decides, okay, I've done what I wanted to do in this body, then it chooses what it wants to do. And it may just want to go back to the source. If it's evolved through enough lives, it may just go back to the source. Does that make sense?
Sure. So do you know much about your particular soul in terms of the journey that it's been on over the past generations even? And where it's at? Is it going back to the source next, or does it still have a way to go? Is that something you know through your experience?
I have experienced quite a few adventures here on this plane, but I believe there's many planes. I believe that we live in a universe that's steaming with beings all over it that we don't know about, or that we have not had contact with. I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in religion. I believe in the source. I believe we're all a part of it. And I believe that me personally, I've been here many times, but I've also been other places.
Do you know what's happened in your past life that's potentially impacting your current situation that you're in this
Nothing.
particular life? Really?
No,
Nothing. That's really fascinating. So
Yeah.
I actually went to India last month, and I actually went to see a healer. I love these witchy type, spiritual type. I just think it's like I'm not that intuitive. So for me, I find this stuff super cool.
You
like,
are very intuitive. You just don't listen.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
So
No, because I want you to understand something. When you say I'm not, no, you're very intuitive. You're not listening. You don't slow down enough to hear your spirit speaking.
Yeah, I'm really struggling with that. I could definitely use some coaching or something to kind of be able to.
I'll leave my number.
And we leave the podcast there. but generally speaking, I find it something that I find really hard. Where they say you should listen to your gut, or you get that gut feeling. I don't get that gut feeling, but something interesting that I do get.
Mm-hmm.
So I get my heart starts to beat really fast.
Yes.
When I know some trouble is coming. It could be something as stupid as, I'm about to get a parking ticket.
Yeah.
So the night before, the day before, okay, I think something's about to happen. And I really feel that for myself and my very close family, because I feel like, okay, or this is interesting.
Wait, no, this is magnificent because you bypassed the gut and went straight to the heart. The heart is the direct connection to the source. So you're not even being bothered with that lower stuff. You're directly connecting into the source. And that's why I'm saying you need to sometimes just be still and listen. And then you'll be directed. But for you to feel it in your heart and not in your gut, a lot of people do feel it in their gut. But when you can feel it in your heart, you are bypassing that lower frequency. You're going directly to the source, but you're not listening because you'll hear it.
I'm not hearing it though.
I know.
I'm not hearing it.
I know. I see how you was running around here. How you gonna hear anything? How much time do you take to yourself to truly be still?
I don't get time. I'm back to back.
We all have 24 hours, boo. We all have 24 hours. We all have the same time.
Time goes so quick though.
Only because you say so. See, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
What you speak is what you experience.
That's true.
And you keep speaking these things into your life. I don't have time. I don't hear nothing. That's what you're creating.
I think that, and another thing, I'm a big procrastinator as well. Like, I'm really laid back and I'll procrastinate. I'll I'll do it later, and I'll kind of. But something that I find really difficult, social media, I feel like it's very addictive. I think, okay, maybe I should put my phone down and meditate instead, but I end up just...
What a wonderful
browsing.
idea. Oh my God.
Put the phone down, stop meditating.
Wow.
But instead, all I'm doing is just
Let
scrolling.
me tell you, this is how because I work with a lot of people like, I don't have time, blah, 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 blah. I remember one time this guy I was coaching, he was a married man, and his wife wanted to coach me. Anyway, so we finally signed on the paper, and our first session, he gets on the session, he says, so how long is this going to take? And I was like...
I'm like looking at the clock like...
I was like, wow. But this guy now, he's been with me almost 8 months, and his life is completely changed. Remember I told you I go to Costa Rica and do plant medicine.
Like ayahuasca?
Yes.
Okay, you tell me more about that.
And I took him.
You took him for ayahuasca?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I take groups. to do that.
Tell me more about ayahuasca, because I find that quite scary, because
Why would you think it's scary?
Because you're just like, they give you these herbs and then you vomit it out, and like,
you know what? Not necessarily.
What's really happening?
Not necessarily.
Isn't that causing more? I think it's just causing more strain on the body, that it's causing this reaction that
it only causes you strain if you resist. And some people are so afraid because they don't understand what they're doing and what it's all about. It's one of the most beautiful journeys you could ever go on. You should come go with me. But anyway, and when you're vomiting, or it can come from either end, you're not vomiting food. You're vomiting energy that don't need to be there. And if you don't have it, then you don't vomit. Everybody don't vomit. But this is an ancient plant that the Amazon tribes have used since the beginning of time. I mean, and there's so many of these plant medicines that are coming to the forefront now because the world needs that healing. You know what I'm saying? Like iboga, MMAD, mushroom, psilocybin. All these things are coming forward now because we're going through a transition. And it's to help people really understand what's going on, to remember. See, all you need, my friend, is to remember who you are. Remember that you're not this body, that you're a consciousness using this body. And that's why all the medicine has all of a sudden become popular, because people are being healed. They take the medicine, the journey they go on. I sent one of my clients, I know I'm not going to say who he is, but he had an addiction. And he was scared. He's like, I don't want to do this. I sent him. He came back. He's cool. People with mental illness, people with alcoholism. I've even seen a guy that had 4th-stage cancer get healed. So it's really here to help us, not something to be afraid of. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So whenever you feel afraid, tell yourself that, and you'll see, oh, I have nothing to be afraid of. Yeah.
Is there any other supplements to this whole plant medicine? Is there like other ceremonies like cacao and
they use cacao, tobacco.
Is that all still part ayahuasca, or is that completely
No, they're all different. Iboga, they're all different types of medicines. Peyote, bufo.
That sounds like a whole course on itself. Okay, for a beginner, how would you simplify it for someone who just for general health? What would be the route they would take?
When I take people, I've worked with them and I know where they are. I don't just take people just to take them. I've worked with them for a while. I know where they are. I know where they're stuck. And, then I'll offer it. I'm taking the journey. You want to go? The thing about doing the medicine that's different for me is the integration and understanding why you're doing it. Because when you go into these other realms, you're asking that medicine to questions that you can't get to. You understand? Like you said, I get this heart palpitation, but yet I know if I get this feeling, something's going to happen. What would it be like if you knew beforehand what's going to happen? See, that's possible, but because you're operating from a place of fear and you're scared, you don't give yourself a chance to let your higher self tell you what's coming, or what you can do about it, or how you can see it. So you're more powerful than you know. And you create stuff, but you don't realize you're creating it. And that's the good and the what we call bad. You create all the time. Every time you speak, you're creating.
So words are really powerful. So that's why they say you should use good, optimistic, positive words.
Right.
Because like you said, your words are your thoughts.
And they are your creative faculty. What you speak, you're speaking into being. Especially if you put an emotion and a belief behind it, boom, it's got to show up. And it's not about manifesting. We are creators. That's what we're here for, is to create and to enjoy what we create, to experience. The universe cannot experience anything except through us, and that's why it created us. And it gave us all the power that it has.
Tell me a bit more about your personal life. Do you have a family?
I have 2 children and 4 grandchildren.
Wow, what are
3
they?
boys and one. When my kids were,
what are their thoughts?
Hold on, I want to know. Do you know what Star Trek is? The
Yes.
Next Generation?
Yeah, I've heard of
Remember
Star Trek.
Counselor Troy?
Yes.
They used to call me Counselor Troy. That's what my kids would call me.
So are they into this whole spirituality and all
Well,
of that?
I believe that all of my grandkids are either star seeds or crystal children. They're very seriously. There are a lot of star seeds that are coming through right now with their gifts online, so they know what they can do. They know they're different, but they don't know why they're different. Yeah. See, like, you're different, but you don't understand why you have that direct connection. You're thinking something's wrong with you, but it's not, it's right. But you have to investigate it more and open your mind up to remember. So
Were you always the spiritual type, or was it only after the near-death experience?
that's when it started.
So how old were your children at that point?
I didn't have.
You didn't have.
I had my little girl. I had my daughter
Yeah, your daughter.
when that happened, and she was only 3.
Okay, so she was quite young. So
Yeah.
do you believe her upbringing was influenced by this particular journey?
Of course. I mean, I created miracles in their life, and so much so that when she went to college, this was funny. When first year she went to college, she went there and she just, got high and played cards and stuff. And, she's supposed to keep her grades at a certain level so she can keep a scholarship, right? And so she said she was on her way to her favorite taco stand by her college. She said, and she only had $3, right? And she wasn't gonna call me because she knew better than to call and ask for some money because she had a job. She had everything she needed. But she said she was thinking about. She said, I didn't realize we weren't rich. I always thought we were rich.
What's that supposed to mean?
Because they had everything they needed. They went to private school, the best private schools. I was a single parent, but I knew how to create. Do you understand? So they went to the best private schools. A lot of her friends didn't go to college. She got to go to college. My son got to go to college right out of high school. There was taking no year off or anything. But, the deal was, you keep your grades up, I'll pay for the first year. You keep your grades up so you can get the scholarship to help you pay the rest of the way. Well, she decided that she wanted to party the first year. It was so exciting. Coming from Seattle, coming to Washington, D.C., it was just a whole nother. In fact, when she got off the plane for the Christmas holiday, I had to look for her. I couldn't recognize her. She hadn't changed. She went there with jeans and a parka and came back with patterned stockings and a mini skirt, hair all laid to the side. And I'm like, where's my child?
Sounds like she went stylish.
She had changed. But yeah. They grew up with, I could feel when, like you say, I could feel when something was wrong or something was happening, and I would call and she'll say, how do you know these things? I can feel it. I knew something was wrong, and I acted on it, So, yeah, her and all her friends would call me Counselor Troy.
So you're quite intuitive then for other people, or is it just for your family?
Anybody. You can use this. These are gifts that we have, and it works for everybody. Okay. It's not like you only get it for your family. No, it's for anybody. Yeah, so it's where you focus it, where you put your attention.
Is it difficult to find that intuitive side of you? Does it, in terms of the journey?
You don't have to find it. It's already in you. You have to allow it. See, it's not finding it. It's not doing something. It's being. When you learn to be, most people are not being, they're doing all the time. Half the time they're in the future or they're in the past. But when you come into the present moment and you start living in the present moment, that's when you're being. That's when you're in your body. That's when you can create because you're in the moment. And then you start living your life moment by moment, allowing the universe to flow in a way, it becomes easy. It becomes easy. You put a thought into the universe, leave it there, show gratitude, and it happens.
You make it sound so easy.
It is. That's it. Because people make it hard. It's got to be hard. You got to, jump up and down, turn around 3 times, touch your toes. No, it ain't none of that. It's real easy. It's about allowing and open yourself up to receive. The universe is always conspiring for your greatest and highest good. Always. It's us that get in the way. And what's not going to happen? The universe is not going to override what you want, because it's there to serve you. Period. Yeah.
So do you believe in signs and acting on them?
Signs?
So like, do you ever have something that something's going to happen to you, but you just don't want it to happen, for example? So that, let's say, God forbid, that airplane that you're going to go on is going to crash or is going to get lost. It's going to get lost somewhere, but then you decide to would you still take that plane, or would you act upon it?
Let me help you out, girlfriend. I would never create that scenario for myself.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? People create these things through their thought process. Why would I get on a plane that I know it's going to crash? I wouldn't create something like that. Do you understand?
Interesting. So how do you rewire people's thought? Like,
it's not that I rewire them. You rewire.
So how can they rewire?
Think only what you want, not what you don't want. It's those don't want thoughts that you get caught into, and you keep feeding them your energy, and you're creating it.
Gotcha.
You see? It's that simple. Yeah. It's easy. Think only what you desire, not even want. Because if I say I want something, that means I don't have it. But you have everything you already. The moment you think of something, it's created on the spiritual realm. Your job is to focus in, believe it, feel what it feels like when you're going to have it, stand in gratitude because you know it's already done, and leave it there and watch it manifest in your life.
Is there any particular mantras or phrases that you recommend a person says on a daily basis? No?
Except that I love myself, And I give people, some people need to have that, right? And you can do that. But if you keep asking for the same thing over and over and over, you're telling the universe, I don't have it. It's not going to come. I keep asking because I feel like I have it. If you know it's already there for you, you put your order in, right? Mm-hmm. And wait on it. When you go to a restaurant, you don't sit there and your food magically appear, right? You have to put your order in. And then you don't sit there and keep ordering. You put your order in, and when your food show up, you eat it. It's the same thing. You put your order in and wait till it shows up.
Okay. So let's say I want to...
And you know that food's coming, right? You know. You looked at that menu. Oh, I can't wait till I get here. And you start to feel, especially if you're hungry, you start to really feel like, oh, this chicken will taste good, or whatever it is you're eating. It's the same thing.
So let's say I want a Ferrari car, for example.
Do you believe you could have one? That's the first thing.
Yeah, I can.
Do you believe it?
I do. But the question is, do I need one?
It's not about need.
But I want a Ferrari.
Well,
so
then
where am I at? I can feel myself being in this Ferrari now.
No, what I want you to do, this is what I want you to do. You really want the Ferrari?
Yeah, I want the Ferrari.
You honest?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I want you to do. Mm-hmm. I want you to go to this Ferrari dinner. I want you to sit in it. Take your sister with you. Mm-hmm. Have her take a picture of you in it. Okay? Put that picture on your wall so you can see it. Mm-hmm. Okay? Feel how excited you're going to be when you get the keys. Okay? Mm-hmm. Put the picture on the wall so when you get up in the morning you can see it. You don't have to sit there and just look at it. And remember, that's on its way. It's not your business how it's going to do it. That's not your business. Your business is to know and stand in gratitude that it's coming. And then the universe will work out the details. It's that simple. Mm-hmm. Try it. Call me when you get it.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I get my Ferrari.
Listen.
Yeah.
I drive the car I want. I drive a 7 Series BMW because I like them. I've had several of them. Mm-hmm. I fly first class. And my life wasn't always like this. Mm-hmm. But when I began to understand that I live in an unlimited universe? There's no limit. See, people don't have because they think if you get it, then I can't have it. I want you to have a Ferrari. So when I see you again, I can get a ride in it. I don't want to own one, but I'm going to ride in yours. And make sure you have the color and everything. You know, what color you want the whole bit. Mm-hmm. But you cannot start thinking, I can't afford it. That's not your business.
It sounds very similar to a vision board.
If that's what you want, put a vision board up there and put everything you want. Put everything that you want. Look at it.
You know what? I've actually have a vision board. I made it about 4 years ago. None of it's come through.
Because you didn't believe it.
I did believe it.
No.
I did.
No.
There are certain things that
Let me tell you how quick it is. I travel a lot, right? And I have very long legs, and so I used to get a bulkhead seat, especially when I'm traveling overseas. And I was coming back, I was like, I want to travel first class. I'm not traveling like this no more. So when I got ready to do the trip to Costa Rica and the trip here and everything, I was sitting at my desk and I was like, I want this whole trip to be first class. I just said it. And I did, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections of the journey. There's 7 flights, right? All first class. Cost me $827. I didn't ask how it was going to happen. I just said that's what I desire, and I just left it. I didn't even think anymore about it until I got ready to go make my tickets. Right?
You sound like a magician.
It is magic.
It really is.
It's magic.
It's like
but you have magic, and you have to understand that. That's what people, and it doesn't matter whether you believe in Jesus, Buddha, Lasso, whoever. It doesn't matter what ancient master you believe in, because they all told you had it. You just didn't pay attention. Christ said to his people, these things I do, you can do and even greater. He was turning water into word. Y'all keep the party going, okay? He was healing people, raising the dead. Lazarus, come on up out of that grave. Buddha said the same thing. There's nothing outside of you. It's all in you. They all have said the same thing, but man refused to accept it. It's all right there in front of you.
Do you believe this is possible for everyone, and will it happen for everyone, or not? It doesn't happen.
I don't think it's going to happen for everyone, because everyone ain't going to believe it. Everyone is not going to do what it takes. And it's not anything hard. It's just releasing and allowing the universe to show you. Opening your heart to receive it.
Do you think it's possible for me?
Do you?
Yeah, of course. I believe.
No. Do you?
Yes, of course.
No. Do you?
Yes.
Then it's possible.
Okay.
Yeah. I already told you got a direct connection. You're just not using it.
I just don't know how. I'm still trying to get my head about.
No, it's not in your head. It's in your heart.
My heart.
See, everybody thinks when you're thinking like that.
Because they say your soul's in your heart.
Your soul is in your heart?
I don't know. You know.
Your soul is in your heart?
Your soul lives in your heart.
Oh, no.
No. Where does your soul live then?
This whole thing is your soul. This is just a suit you got on. You can take that off and move on sometime. But your soul is everywhere. Everywhere. You're so much bigger than you can even imagine. This isn't you. Why would your soul squeeze itself into this little package when it's so...
I kind of like this body. It's kind of cute.
I'm not saying the body ain't cute. You chose it. You created it. I didn't say it wasn't cute. I like mine too. I like mine too. I'm just saying, but this does not house your soul. Do you understand? Your soul is huge. And you're just projecting into this.
I heard that my soul's been on quite a painful journey in the past, and it needs to somehow release. That's something I can see that body like, oh, this is embarrassing. So yeah, this is
Do you believe that?
I'm actually one of those gallopy people. I believe everything. You can say anything to me and I'll believe you. Why
would you do
I don't know.
Why?
I just love believing.
Because you're disconnected and you need to reconnect to your soul. You need to
I heard
to your
that my
higher
soul
self.
was in a lot of pain, like suffered a lot of pain in one of my past lives, and it's trying to heal itself. So the reason why I went to see this particular healer is because I gained quite a lot of weight, I eat very healthy. I just eat fruits and vegetables. I'm very healthy. I also exercise as well. But instead of staying the same weight or losing weight, I'm just basically just keeps gaining weight. So I went to see this healer to understand what's going on. And she basically said something happened in one of my past lives that's not allowing me to lose the weight. I can see you rolling your eyes.
Oh my God.
I know. She put so much, and
the stuff that they tell
you, and she left me in a lot of fear. So I've been having a lot of nightmares. I've been vomiting. So I was vomiting 2 days ago because I'm just not able to. I guess I've had stomach inflammation. I've had really weird stuff after that particular incident. And when I spoke to someone about it,
do you know why you had it? You know why you had all that weird stuff?
Weird stuff. I don't know. My body's trying to release it.
No, because you're creating it.
I'm creating.
You're believing that, and so there's something wrong with me.
There's
and
nothing wrong with me, but
yeah, no. Yeah. You're creating that whole situation because you believe what that woman told you, and the way she told it to you. You have no concept of how to do that. So it's something outside of my ability, and it's yes.
Okay. I paid for that BS, you know.
I know. That's why they make their money on gullible people like you.
I know. I'm really gullible. My sister. I think you had a chat with my sister. She's very intuitive.
I know.
She's a little Pisces. So these water animals, I don't know. They have some sort of special intuition.
I'm a lion, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. So
I'm not a Pisces. I'm a lion. It doesn't matter.
So my mom's a Gemini. She's very intuitive as well.
And you are too.
Oh, I'm a Gemini.
No, but you're very intuitive. I don't know what you are.
I'm a Gemini.
Well, you are too. You just don't believe it, and you've let people tell you things, and you believed it.
Oh, I believe everything. You can tell me you're like the queen of Costa Rica, and I'll believe you. That's how gullible I am.
How did you know?
I'm proper gullible. How did you know? I'm so gullible. Tell you. No, but you know what? I believe people. Like I genuinely think people are honest people and they're great people. I don't believe in evil in the world. I think people that are evil are just acting upon a situation that they've had in either their past life or in their family, like some sort of trauma that they've been through, and they're projecting through their acts that they're doing. And that's how I kind of perceive.
I believe everybody inherently everybody is good. Inherently everybody is good. Yeah. And they, like you, start believing in crap that somebody had told them, or they take what they feel is a trauma, and they get lost in that trauma, and they feel like somebody's got to pay for this, and so then you have that. I mean, I'm simplifying it because it's a little more than that, but if you just took time, and this is what I tell my clients all the time, first 10 minutes, when you wake up in the morning, 10 minutes before you go brush your teeth, before you do anything. Maybe you have to use, I don't know. But the first 10 minutes, just sit still. Don't try to meditate. Just sit still and listen.
What am I listening?
And listen to your breath. Follow your breath. Just sit still and listen. And then you'll start to hear. And it's going to be in your voice. It'll be thoughts, but you're going to feel them in your heart. And then you're going to know that's the voice I'm looking for. Not this voice that you speak to yourself in fear. Not the one that is so gullible it believes everything that everybody says. Not that one. This one is going to be very calm. It's going to be very clear. And it's not going to leave you in fear.
So what makes you having you as the coach, what makes you different to all of these other people?
Because I get results. Go to my website and there's testimonies there. I get results. What I do with people is going to last them the rest of their lifetime because it changes them. They begin to live into their greatness.
Does it involve a bit of hypnotherapy as well?
I don't know. I don't have to hypnotize. No. You know, we've created all those stuff. And I'm not saying hypnotherapy is bad because some people need it. Even the medicine. I don't need the medicine. But they believe that it's going to help. It's going to help. You understand? But it's so simple. These things are used to help people because they can't believe it's got to be something. You got to give me something that's going to affect a change when all the time it's within you.
My main takeaway from this entire conversation is within yourself. You just have to believe and find it and find someone that really knows what they are doing, I will be checking out your website. And
and it's not find someone that know what they're doing, because first of all, you have to understand who you are and what you are, and begin to remember. It's all within you. You just have to remember. And you ask me what I do. I don't tell my clients what to do, but I ask them the right questions to where they start using their mind correctly and stop coming from a place of trauma and past memories and lack and limitation and I can't, and I don't even use I can't. I don't use try. You do or you don't do. All these filler words that they use. No. What is it you desire? Speak what it is you want. Only what you desire. Not, like you're saying, this woman told you this stuff and you took it to heart and you went home and you created. You created all of that. Yeah. Thinking about what she told you, you start to put your body is what you are making it. And you're not losing weight because you keep telling yourself that you can't. But of course you could. The body doesn't control you. You control the body. And most people allow the body to control them. And that's why doctor might tell you, well, I see you got some cancerous cells in your breast. Maybe we should take both of your breasts off. And then women go do that crazy stuff because they're afraid. And this is what it's meant. If you stay afraid, then the powers that be can use your energy to create the world the way they want it to be. But say you took your energy back and begin to create the world that you want it to be. Totally different. And more people that do that, the better the world becomes.
Super powerful and really informative. You know what? I'm going to try that hack that you've been talking about, just believing and wanting something, and I'm going to stick up.
No, desiring, not wanting.
Desiring.
Because remember, if you want, that means you don't have it. If you're desiring, you have it, but you desire to experience more of it.
Okay.
You see the difference?
You know what? I'm going to try that with the Ferrari and see if I get my results. And
No. Because you're already going wrong about it. I'm going to try it. First of all, I'm going to try it.
Can I say I will get it?
Yes.
I will get it.
Yeah, and that's the way you have. See, again, remember what you're saying. I'm going to try it, and I'm going to see if I get it. You've already lost.
I've already lost. Okay.
You see?
Is it too late?
No.
To rectify? Okay.
No, cool. It's never too late.
I'm still in the game then.
Yeah. So remember, nothing happens to you. You create it. People are like, girl, this happened to me. No, everything happens because someone has created it. We live in a universe that is exact. This universe wasn't made haphazardly. It's exact. Mm-hmm. Everything that happens, there's an order to it. There are laws and there's an order to everything. So you get that Ferrari because I want to ride when I see you again. I'm going to come. I'll try to I'm not going to let you know. Just do it. Maybe by the time I get there, you'll have it.
Lovely.
That'll tell me how strong you are. But I believe you can do it.
Are you challenging me now as well?
No. I'm saying to you, believe in yourself.
You're making me, believe in myself.
Believe in yourself.
Can happen. Well,
collapse time.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Had a delightful conversation with you.
I've enjoyed it.
Thank you.